Hey everybody, how you all doing? Testing this new camera, this GoPro, so you're gonna have to let me know how the quality is, how the audio is compared to my phone. I'm gonna do a little test on this. I put the camera on top of my helmet. I'm gonna ride my bike to the store. So today's Thursday. So this is the evening where I can do anything I want. Well, to a certain extent, and that's legal. But basically I usually play music and record stuff. Maybe I'll capture a little bit of that. But the first thing I need to do also, it's also pizza night or pigs in a blanket night for the kids. So I haven't decided what that will be yet. So I am going to go to the store. You can take a little trip with me.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, I need a mask.
I see you.
See you later, alligators. All right, here we go. So again, it sounds very windy, so I'm curious to see if this gets all picked up. Heading over to get materials for pigs in a blanket. Both of my kids are vegetarians, so we're gonna make veggie ones. We get our Fanny's organic crescent rolls. Veggie dogs. All right, so we got our items. Now we're heading back home. Heading back home to make pigs in a blanket, vegetarian style. Tofu dogs. Again, my kids are vegetarian. That's what they like. So what I do is I cut these in half. This is their favorite meal, by the way, or at least my daughter's. We take some of that organic Amy's These are croissant dough. Get that ready. So basically this is what we do. Take one, roll it up, and I squish it all together. This looks crazy, but I tell you what, I usually don't eat this kind of stuff, to be honest. So it all goes to them. Very simple. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Where did this piece come from? Roll it up. Here we go. So we're going to make a lot of these. All right, so we're going to put these guys in the oven. Set the timer for 20 minutes. Oh yeah, there it is. It's done. All right, everyone, it's Thursday evening, so that means no family responsibilities, no teaching responsibilities. I just usually play guitar and record music. So some of you already know my background, how I got into music, how I believed I was this musician. I had this strong identity, and it also gave me happiness and contentment. And there was one period in my life in my early 20s where somebody asked me a question, and that question was, when you're not playing music, what are you? I couldn't answer, and everything fell apart, which was actually a good thing. Because it changed my relationship to music and playing guitar, right? So when I set my first 3-month retreat, I met a Polish monk who was trained as a classical pianist. Now, I didn't know that when I first met him. The reason why I found that out is there was one day during the retreat, during the break, where I heard this beautiful classical music coming from one of the the buildings of the temple. So I went over there, and it was this monk playing the piano. It was amazing. And I asked him, wow, that's beautiful. I said, don't you miss playing music as a monk? And he goes, I love creativity. And I thought, wow, that's kind of interesting. And he said, it's not the music, it's the creativity that I love. And it's something that I learned to access so I can use it in other aspects of my life, right? So he said when he's teaching Zen, or if he's doing a repair job or building something, he was a builder. All of these things, he used that creativity in those moments. So it wasn't the thing itself, that music helped him tap into that creativity. And that's what I've noticed for myself. So when I became a monk, I didn't play music for a very long time. I mean, I played once in a while. It wasn't until the last year that I took it up again and took it more seriously. And my relationship to it has completely changed. Like, yeah, of course, I still enjoy it. But now, kind of like what I learned from this monk was that I could tap into that intuition and creativity and being spontaneous. And that's something that I can use in other aspects of my life. So when people ask me about, Zen and creative arts and things like that, it's always back to why do you do it, right? If we want something out of it, the natural result is going to be dissatisfaction, right? That's what the Buddha taught. I always talk about this. But how can we use that to help other people? So I'm just going to play a little piece here to show you about this creativity too, because, and this is a good point too, right? We can have theory about music, right? You can understand scales and modes and, keys and things like that. But then there's actually listening to the music and responding to what you're listening to, right? If you just play scales up and down, the music is going to sound dead. Just as if we have just an understanding of enlightenment or our true self or Buddhism, right? We understand it. Our life is dead, right? It doesn't become alive. It's only when we wake up, connect with what's in front of us, right? We say become one, and then respond as things are appearing in the moment right? That's the whole point. So here's an example. I'm going to play this tune, and I'm just going to play the scale of this key up and down. And tell me what you think it sounds like. So, sound-wise, it fits with the song, but really is dead and doesn't really have any energy. So I know the scale, I have it underneath me, right? Just like we can know the theory of true self, enlightenment, clear mind. But how do we actually demonstrate that in that moment? That means become one with what's happening. So in this case, what we're listening to, or what I'm listening to, and responding to what I'm listening to. So tell me if you can hear a difference. So that's just a very short example of just listening, becoming one, and responding, right? So if you're in any kind of like creative arts or anything like that, it's the same. If you can tap into that creativity, right? Become one with what's in front of you and just respond to that. That is something that we can use in every aspect of our life. And I think that was the point I wanted to make this evening. So I hope that was helpful and hope you're all well, and I'll see you soon.